Now, I was saying before somehow my phone rudely disconnected itself while talking to you. The law of probability and my keys falling between the piano keyboard leg and the book neatly is impossible. And the reason for that is what? The law of probability, as Jeff Goldblum talked about in Jurassic Park. The thing is what? The law of probability would apply for the keys falling between the piano leg and the book anyway. They wouldn't land neatly or, where I couldn't just see them sitting down today either. Now, obviously, I put up a few videos and then I noticed them, right? Right. And again, that means what? I looked for them all last night because I also uploaded a few videos last night. I didn't see them last night either. See, that's the whole problem with him. Again, people who are taking advantage of the disabled do so to this level, right? It's like with people in nursing homes where they're practicing Munchausen by proxy on the sick. See, I can take a licking and keep on ticking, but not everyone's me. That's why I'm doing this too. Now, Laura Dern and Jeff Goldblum were talking about the law of probability in the movie Jurassic Park. And the point that Jeff Goldblum's character was making to her was that when you drop a water on a person's hand, you think it might go the same way, but it won't because of the law of probability. When you drop a water on someone's hand, it'll go the opposite way of the way it went the first time in the movie. Right? Now, I don't know if that was, a lot of cuts to do that. They do cut. But again, or did they do it on one cut? Right? I don't know. But the point is, about the keys. The keys are more complex than a drop of water. They're a bunch of keys. Right? You can see them right here now. Right? If they were to fall on the floor, they would not fall on the floor neatly unless someone placed them there. You see what I mean? The keys were neatly placed between the piano and the book. They didn't just fall there, and I can see the difference when I first looked at it. Now, what I mean by that is this, right? When you're around people, you have to know how people think, right? And someone who just puts your keys on between the piano leg and the book is going to put in there neatly, right? That's a conscious thought. Well, when the keys actually fall, they fall randomly, right? In the set pattern, right? They're not placed between the books low so where I can't see it either. See what I mean? But I always see things other people don't see, like in Beetlejuice, seeing the strange, right? Or unusual, or looking around in the same places I looked for it before, right? See, that's the point there too, right? I've done look for those keys before they fell. The same place. Now, I didn't record my looking, but I did record today when I buried my wallet under my clutch, which I was looking through today, right? That's explainable too, and why I'm paranoid about it to the degree I am, right? Whoever took the keys placed them between the book and the keyboard. But if they had fell randomly, they would also land randomly. Not in an order, that's why I showed you that on the video. Now, I saw Thomas this morning, and I was polite, right? Until I found the keys. Now, I shot him 3 or 4 birds at his camera, right? Now, if he's not monitoring me, and he's home, why is the security even on, right? See what I mean there? When you're home, your security is supposed to be off anyway, unless he's trying to catch you shooting the bird. The only way I was shooting the bird is if I think he's in on it because of his cameras. That's called a catch-22. But see, I got my camera too. I can record him now too. So like I said, the range right now is 150. I just turned off the air a little bit so I can save on the gas. Like I told you, when I get home, the range should be around 147, right? Debbie? Alright. That means I what? I know my car. If my car is like 6 miles off the night before, someone drove it 3 miles. Now, who had the keys? Someone Thomas knows who got the keys and drove the car 6 miles. Or the car would be what? Still 201. Now, I didn't record it yesterday, seeing if I could trust them. Obviously, I can't, and I got to record it now every time I leave the house and let them know I'm under it. That's what I do. If you let people do evil to you, they will. But if you try and stop it, they won't. Now, if you know they're going to do something evil and you don't stop it, then it's sort of your fault. But if you warn someone to whatever degree you think is applicable, like with the tree of life warning Adam and Eve not to eat the tree of knowledge of good and evil, I don't know. And if they ate of it, they would surely die. And then not asking them which fruit it was, right? To not eat us, right? That was the sin. Now, again, if this planet is millions of years old, and yet we're finding airplanes in Peru and Inca and Mexico, little model airplanes. Either the angels made them, who fell, one suggestion, or they're from a previous span of life, where they actually had airplanes, but the airplanes were destroyed. What do we know, people, today that can do that much damage to our world? Use the warheads, right? Now, you might say we need one, North Korea or Iran, in case of a, say, asteroid attack. I understand that. You want one just like everyone else. But you're acting like spoiled brats. Get one. See what I mean? No one wants a spoiled brat to have a toy. You're a spoiled brat. You're a spoiled brat. And especially a toy that can hurt someone else. Right. And again, we know you're just trying to be sarcastic, but the problem is you're not. You're actually doing some things you say you're doing, right? Not doing, right? That's the problem. Right? And see, it's to show your mentality. Right? If we do sanctions because you want to do the warheads, right? We done did the test, right? We know it's sucking up the environment, dumbasses. That's why we don't want no more testing. That's why we're not doing it anymore ourselves. You see? You see? All right, there's the 147. All right. Like I told you, when I get to the ice cream, that's what it would be. And my house is less than a mile, I think, all right, to get to it. All right. And I told you it would be within 145, right? Right. Now, my Satan Thomas needs to stop. He's not my friend. He's a Satan. And then he's not ha Satan, which is the enemy of Satan. But he's a Satan. He's a Satan's little helper. And like the dog in the fiddler. And like I said, that motherfucker think he can tell me his mother was raped by his dad, and I'm gonna accept that shit either. Like I ain't never been seen a movie where an undercover agent is trying to get info on his target and tells him, "Well, I identified with you because my mother was raped." No, I didn't rape anyone. No. I know what he's doing there too, right? Don't mean his mother was literally raped. He's trying to get me to open up to him by telling me that, right? Hoping I'll identify with his mother being raped and or either his dad being the rapist, right? I don't know which, but I would have more identified with his mother and not want him to be a product of a rape. I don't know. Anyway. So he's still here. I'm back. Like I said, the range is still what? 147. 147. What does that mean? He knows a scar, motherfucker. Quit stealing scars. Or going for a joyride, and that's what it's called, right? You don't have permission to go for a joyride. What do I have to do? My range, which was on when I left. Meaning you knew the car was at 201 miles. I left it right there for you, dumbass, and you did it anyway. You're just acting like a neat freak and sleeping with the enemy, too. Right. I ain't messing with you or your wife. Leave me alone. You're not my friend. You're supposed to be the watch captain, act like it. You're supposed to be former military, act like it. You're not. You're not acting right. You might be a private eye or something for Daphne, but Daphne can't prove shit either. I know what I told her, would have told her that night wouldn't have been what I'm saying now. And like I said, unless she endangered that child's life by trying to send her in there to me in the first place and was awake, she can't know what was going on, right? So I keep telling her that's child endangerment to send your 4-year-old daughter in there to a paranoid schizophrenic anyway, and you know he's paranoid schizophrenic. That's not a loophole. That's just the fucking truth. I know. And all I did was ask her who showed her that. She said grandma, and told her mom. Told her. Why? Because I was hoping she would say, Mom put me up to it. Don't you think? Don't you think I knew who's sitting her in there to me, Duffy? When you did this shit to me before? Don't you think I know who was doing that shit? Not your grandma. Amanda, your mom. Your mom. I thought she would say you. And when she said grandma, I was shocked. But I figured, oh, well, she must have woke up her aunt or uncle or something on the couch, right? I didn't make it a big deal. You've been making it a big deal. Double talking, getting someone and her a private eye or something like that. Mm-hmm. I've seen it all before. You're not the rock for files. I didn't do nothing with your daughter, crazy. Get over it. Bye.